So the last question I had, and you kind of mentioned it a little bit, is just the profession in general and getting some of your perspective. I know you're very active at different alliances and conferences, traveling constantly to the different offices. You talked about private equity creating a lot of noise and shaking things up to a certain degree. What are some of the things that you see, within the profession? Maybe it's the next 6 to 12 to 18 months that we've got to prioritize. You mentioned technology, and you guys, your background probably gives you somewhat of a leg up on how to adopt it. I think, AI in 2023 was all theory. This year, we thought it was going to be more practical. We're not really quite sure right now. But love to hear, your thoughts on one or two things that the profession is really needing to prioritize or focus on over the next, 6 to 12 months right now. And um,
Well, I think the profession as a whole still needs to refocus on what we're doing with staffing. You know, where are we moving that way? How can we supplement staffing with technology? And AI may be a very good part of it, but it's not just, the large language model type of AI, but what does automation AI do for us? How can we use those tools again to reduce the mundane? How can we pull away hours from employees that are not value driven for clients, that are really just getting to a base function? I think a lot of us are going to have to spend a lot more time thinking about that and considering how we're investing in our technology budgets and what we're putting into our technology budgets, because I think the pace of technology, has been doing this, and I think it's gonna cliff up even further because of what AI is bringing to the table and automation and just the innovation that's happening right now. When it used to be you would only be one or two products or major vendors in the marketplace where you could go to find products. I think there are going to be so many more players in the market with tools that we're going to have to evaluate. We're going to have to be ready to have teams ready to evaluate software to figure out quickly that what is the best and the brightest of the future for us to be able to use, but know that we're probably going to have to turn around in less than 3 years and reevaluate it all over again because it's probably going to be obsolete in 3 years. I think we've got to figure out how we can better leverage our teams, how we can better leverage outsourcing as we continue to struggle to find staffing. But really, how do we refine ourselves to provide the services that clients are really needing and asking for, as we consider how compliance may continue to move away? I mean, advisory services, is an ebb and flow to advisory services, but how can you build out something that's sustainable, as compliance can start shrinking away a little bit more as automation will solve some of that for us. So.
20 to 30